My name is Mack Rutherford. I'm 17 years old and I'm trying to become the youngest person to fly around the world. I'm currently in JFK and in about an hour or two I will fly towards Montreal, Canada. I aim to break the world record to become the youngest person to fly solo around the world. I started on the 23rd of March from Sofia. It's been going on for about 4 months now and it should end in about 2 weeks. So I've basically been flying my whole life, but when I was 10 or 11 is when I really started flying more and more. And then when I was 15 I got my license and became the youngest pilot in the world. Both my parents and my sister are pilots. They've been pilots for basically my whole life, and that's just where my passions come from, flying with them to wherever it may be. And I just discovered this as my passion and I absolutely love flying now. So the plane is called the Shark. It's a small two-seater airplane. Though we've put an extra fuel tank in the back so I can just go further, called the Turtle Pack. And it's amazing, it goes very fast for its size and its class. It's just perfect for what I'm trying to do. The biggest challenge was probably the crossing of the Pacific. So flying from Japan to the US, I had to do a 10-hour flight. I had to add extra fuel tanks just for that flight. And it was just a lot of planning and preparation beforehand, and then just difficulty in almost every area in aviation, but I overcame. I arrived in the US safely, and I've been able to do that completely fine, and my next challenge is probably the Atlantic in a few days. So if you're over the middle of the ocean and something doesn't seem quite right, it can definitely be quite daunting, but you just work hard, you just keep working towards that problem that you have, make sure everything's all right, and as long as you keep moving forwards, you'll eventually get to your destination, or if you really can't, you'll divert somewhere, and just stay safe. So when I got my license, I knew I wanted to do something special with it. I didn't just want to sit on it, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. But once my sister flew around the world, I knew that I too wanted to do something like this, and so I started to fly around the world. Next I'm going to go back to school, make sure I catch up there, and then I'll see where life brings me, university probably, and carry on with flying. I'm thinking something like Air Force or something like that, but I'm not exactly sure. A huge thank you to my sponsor ICD Soft. I couldn't do it without them. They've basically paid for the entire journey, which I wouldn't be able to do myself. So huge thank you. Just work hard, just follow your dreams. It doesn't matter how old you are, just work towards them and they'll eventually come true. You don't have to have any previous experience or anything like that, just work towards it, and as long as you keep going, keep moving forward, it'll eventually come true.